Hi, I'm Cruising Tips Pete,
And I'm Fraser At Sea,
and this is our ship guide to
Symphony of the Seas. Okay, so let's get started. Now, right now, we're up on deck 16 of the ship, which is pretty much as high as you can go. Now, we want to try and keep this guide as easy and as simple as possible, and that's why we brought you here. So if I step back and give you a bit of a feel for where we are right now, you can see here that this part of the ship is really cleverly split in two. On the left hand side you've got a swimming pool, and on the right hand side you have another swimming pool. Now at the back of this section are the water slides, and then down below, if we pan the camera down, you can see the beginning of Central Park. Now before we spin the camera around and show you what's behind us, it's really important to remember with this ship, water slides at the front and funnels at the back. So that's our showed you around here. We'll now pan round, and if you join me over here, as we said, funnels at the back. So this is heading towards the back of the ship now. On your left hand side, you've got the kids water park, which is probably one of the most advanced that I've seen at sea actually. And on the right hand side, you've got yet another swimming pool and another hot tub over there as well. Now, if we pan down without dropping the camera over the railing, you can see the rest of Central Park, which we'll take you down to shortly. But in there, you've got a pile of speciality restaurants, and that's the onboard park.
Yeah, and one important thing to remember, if you want to walk from the front of the ship to the back of the ship, you do it on deck 15, not on deck 16, because you're going to get down.
Okay, so we're going to take you around and show you the water slides, but just before we do, wanted to highlight just how much space there is on this top deck. We're in port today, but the weather is really hot here in Rome, and you can see there are so many sunbeds here. I imagine on a full sea day, there probably would be plenty of space up here as well. Okay, so one really cool element on the top deck up here is this swimming pool that you can see down there. Now, you might think this just looks like any normal swimming pool, but if you look a little bit closer, this is actually designed as a beach. So the water is kind of lapping to the left-hand side there, and it's spilling out underneath the loungers on the left-hand side. I've never ever seen this before, have you? Okay, so behind me now, you can see the water slides. Now, these things are mad. On this side, you've got two slides where you race each other to come down on deck 15, and the one over there, you go down, end up in a huge bowl of water, and then you slide down another slide to come down the bottom. So yeah, these are a lot of fun. But like, speaking of fun, let's go to the back of this deck, because we can't wait to show you. The Flow Rider, which is one of the two onboard surfing simulators. You can see it going behind at the moment. I'm not going to take you guys on, but we'll let you have a look at what's going on right now. Okay, we're now right at the very back of the ship on deck 15. This is the ultimate abyss, which is one of the tallest drive slides at sea at the moment. Now, essentially, you go in here, you slide all the way down to deck number 6. We did it yesterday, and it is a lot of fun. Come with me, and let me show you what else is over here. So, as we walk over, on one side when we get there, you'll see that we've got a full-size basketball court, which is fully netted, and on the left-hand side, we've got a few things to look at. So, first up, we've got a zip line that takes you all the way across the central boardwalk area. And then just beyond that, you can see the mini golf. So you've got a full mini golf course over there as well. Last thing to show you up here is that you've got another flow rider. Now, if you're watching this video and thinking, okay, that guy over there looked pretty good and I've never done this before, don't worry, because on this one, they usually set this up for beginners. So later today, people who have never done it before in their life will be over here, while the more advanced guys are over there. So this is probably where I'll end up later. Right, so we're now down on deck 8 of the ship, which is that Central Park area that we looked down on from the top deck, if you remember. Now, this place is amazing. So in here, there are thousands of different species of plants, and it feels like a park in the middle of a city centre. Now, one thing that's worth calling out is if you look down either side of the ship here, you'll see that you've got Central Park view balconies. So if you are booking a cruise on the Symphony, you'll get the choice of whether you want to book a Central Park facing balcony or an ocean facing balcony. There's also Boardwalk balconies, but we'll take you down and show you them after. So there's quite a few things to consider if you are looking at booking a cruise on here. Now, anyway, in here, you've got an array of speciality restaurants, you've also got a cafe, and if you look over here, you've got a jewellery shop as well, so you've got a little bit of everything down here. Now this one here, let's talk about this. So we ate in here 2 nights ago, and it is honestly absolutely brilliant. You should actually be able to find videos online for this one, so make sure you check them out. Now, one other thing just to mention while we're down here is that it's never busy. We've been on this ship now for 4 nights, and at no point have we struggled to come down here and get a seat. They also bring a jazz band down here at night, so you can come and chill out, read a book, have a glass of wine, and listen to some music. Do you know, one more thing actually to mention about this part of the ship. Royal Caribbean have got so much art on here, so one challenge that we would like to set you is if you look at this sculpture of a person, they are hidden all over the ship, so our challenge to you is to find as many of them as you can while you're on board. I found 3, but apparently there's so many more, so we're gonna have to keep looking. Okay, so enough from Central Park. We're now going to take you down and show you the main promenade section of the ship. You're probably wondering, how on earth do you navigate a ship like this? Now, we just wanted to show you this really quickly on the way by. This tech is essentially what Royal Caribbean have introduced to help you navigate around the ship. So for example, if I'm up here and I have no idea where my cabin is, all I need to do is click on Stateroom Locator, and then type in the number of my cabin, which is 3642. It will then come up with, my cabin doesn't look as tidy as that, but it'll come up with step-by-step guides for how you can get there. And it'll also show you down here a map with an arrow that takes you to your exact room. So yeah, one of my biggest fears with coming on a ship this size was getting lost, but this really does help. So the next part of the ship that we're going to take you down to is the Royal Promenade. Now you'll find that on deck 5 of the ship, and you'll see when we go down there, but that's essentially the main section with guest services, the bars, all of the main life of the ship. Now, looking down here, you can see where deck 5 is really, really clearly. So you've got the Starbucks coffee counter, and then this is one of the main atriums that you would use the lift to take you down. So look, let's jump in one. We're going to stop off at deck number 6 to show you the spa, and then we'll go down to deck 5. Now on deck 6, right outside the Vitality Spa. Now I could talk to you guys about this, but I have found 2 friends who are far more qualified, so let's hand over to you guys.
The most relaxing area in the ship. So there you go, our
So there
Vitality
we have a
Cafe.
Vitality Cafe where you guys can drink your, as per your desire.
Yeah, we have
Juices.
smoothies, healthy
And
smoothies.
there we have a beautiful salon where, and it's a huge area we have in the gymnasium, and when we are on the sea. So that's the beautiful area. I like to do the most of the workout on that side because we can see the entire view of the sea. So this is the cardio section, and here people are going to remove the frustration with the punching bag. And this is the yoga studio where we can do the classes for the stretch class and for the yoga and TRX. Like all the classes we can do here.
Okay, so we mentioned earlier, one of my biggest fears when coming onto this ship was how on earth do you know where anything is? Now let us show you this. This little acrylic model basically faces the front, faces the back, and you've got every single venue on every single deck the whole way down. Now to help you get your bearings, we are currently here, about to head out onto the boardwalk. So let's take you out and show you all the venues that you'll find out there, finishing with the Aqua Theatre. So we're now on the boardwalk, which is all the way at the very back of deck 6. Now out here, wait until you see it, walk with me. So the first venue that you find over here is the doghouse. Now over there you'll get fully loaded hot dogs, available all day at lunchtime. Then beyond here, you've got a carousel. So for about 5 hours every single day, the carousel's open, so you can bring the kids down, they can ride that, and yeah, it's mad when you come back down here at night. Now, on the right hand side here, you've got the arcade. Now, we won't take you in there at the moment just because it's usually quite busy with kids, but in there you've got loads of arcade games, loads of machines, a lot of fun. Anyway, continuing down, the two main venues here that we wanted to talk to you about. On the right hand side, you've got Playmakers. Now, this is one of the sports pubs on board, and if you're coming on the ship and you're a little bit nervous about missing the football, which loads of our guys have this week, don't worry, because you can usually find it playing on the big screens in there. Now, on the left hand side, definitely one of our favourites is Johnny Rockets. Now, the top tip that we would give you for this ship is that in there you can get all of the real ice cream milkshakes, totally included if you've got a refreshments beverage package. The food isn't included, but remember, get in there for a milkshake. Now anyway, the main event out here has got to be the Ultimate Abyss. You'll remember that we showed you that up on the top deck. We'll take you down and show you what it looks like at the bottom, and then we're going to finish on this deck with probably one of my favourite venues. So we'll show you what that's like down there. Look at this place. So this is the aqua theatre on board. In here you'll find pretty amazing actually aqua or water shows where they've got a pool down there, they've got diving boards all the way up the podiums on the left and right hand side. You've then got aerial acrobats. This place is something else. You can also see on both sides here, so on the right and the left, you've got full height rock climbing walls. So you have got so much to get done down here. Okay, so the final deck area that we wanted to show you and walk you around today is down here on deck 5. So this is where the Royal Promenade is, and this basically goes from the front of the ship, which is here, which is the Royal Theatre, all the way to the back of the ship, which is where we're going to walk you to now. So look, probably no more for me. I'll leave you to it and have a walk around. One thing to mention, if you can hear me over the music, is that this is the main gangway, so when you embark Symphony, you'll probably come on into here, so imagine how that would feel at the start of your holiday, coming into this.
Now this is the Cafe Promenade. One good tip, yeah? If you have the drinks package, hi guys, you have the drinks package, especially the refreshment package, you can get your wonderful cappuccinos here. If you don't, you can get your normal coffees and teas here, which are free. Thank you.
While you are exploring the ship, we'd like to remind you about the mandatory guest safety briefing procedure. We enhanced the process to make it quicker and easier. All you need to do is make sure you download the Royal app, select the safety icon, and watch the life jacket demonstration video. Once done, please check in with the crew at your assigned assembly station, where they are already open. You will find your stations on the Royal app at the back of your stateroom door and a large print on your seatbelt card. For guests who do not watch the life jacket demonstration on the app, we will give you a live presentation at your assembly station. For children between 3 and 12 years old.
So that's it. That's a really quick tour around some of the decks on board this ship. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing them, but let us show you some more venues on board this incredible ship.
All of our starters have arrived. Just going to pan round, and we are gonna
I was going to say you're in my way.
pan round. our final and last starter has arrived.
Oh, there you go.
The lamb chops, that looks incredible. This is Fraser's side dish, and that's his main course. The pasta and lasagna. Chocolate brownie.
This looks excellent.
It does, yeah. Cheesecake. Look at that cheesecake.
Tiramisu.
That's wow.
Oh wow.
Welcome to Wonderland, the imaginative cuisine inspired by Alice in Wonderland. So this is the rabbit hole. So we can go down to the rabbit hole, guys. In the water.
What do we have to do? We have to
Paint the menu.
paint the menu. So Chris is painting the menu. If we don't paint the menu, we don't get to eat, yeah? Okay. Excellent. Art. We're creating art, yeah?
Wonderland is all about our imaginative cuisine. That's why you see the sun, ice, fire, earth, and sea. Our elements, rather than courses, to surprise you with the wonderful things.
So I am the Mad Hatter of Wonderland, the only star in Wonderland, the crazy star of Wonderland. Hello.
It's a plume smoke of a wood chip. There you go. It's an 8-minute boiled egg, which we scoop out the yellow part from it. This one, we have our crispy wonton crab cones filled with Alaskan king crab, topped with an avocado puree. It's called the potted shrimp. With a scotch bonnet foam pepper and some chili and some whipped cream. Enjoy your wonderful starters, everyone.
Thank you very much.
And again.
That's a reconstructed caprese salad. A reconstructed caprese salad is made by blanching the tomatoes, peeled and seeded, mixed with some agar-agar. Tuna tartare is served on a hollow lime, where you can scoop out the tuna. It is with spicy mayo, kimchi, and daikon. Chicken breast, that's why it's two, it's left and right.
Yeah.
That here is a braised beef with mashed potatoes. You have that heirloom tomato, butternut squash apple sauce, red and yellow beet relish. It is served with a Bordeaux sauce, which is a reduction of Bordeaux red wine, enhanced with a beef bone marrow, onions and shallots. Sorry.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
That is our magical mushrooms. We call it magical mushrooms. This one is our world. Served with a caramel sauce,
Oh,
melting
look
on
at
it. It's the world. Served with a salted caramel ice cream on a peanut butter creme brulee. Magical mushroom is made from a white chocolate pistachio mousse.
Right.
It has a little sponge on that one, that's why it's not a gluten free. And it is a sponge on this one of a red velvet cake. This one are two spicy meringue, and we have some mango sorbet. We have a forbidden apple, which we forbid using apple, so we use berries. Berry mousse, shredded coconut, and a frozen yogurt for you. Okay?
Wow.
Enjoy those.
I don't want to get out. Thank you.